back to another episode of Putting Our Business in the Streets. I'm Demea, the mother.
I'm Imani, the daughter.
And I feel like it's been a while since you and I sat here and talked.
Yeah.
Because the last video you were with your god sister.
It's been a minute period because even those we've been recorded.
Right.
A long time ago.
But life has really been lifing.
Like back in March. We recorded those last two.
Wow. Oops. And they just came out now. But life be lifing. So we are really trying to get back on track.
Yeah.
Really trying to get back in routine. But life just really be lifing. And 2024 is trying to be good to us. It's really trying.
I don't know about me.
But life just keep lifing. So before we get
times are you going to
started, as we always do on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling today?
I'm starting to not like this question anymore. I'm a 6.
Any particular reason why a 6 today?
I'm just a 6 at this point in my life right now.
Okay.
This time in my life.
That's your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say right now I'm probably at an 8. And I would probably say for the same reasons. I didn't realize I still had chai up there. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what made me say, why don't you make chai? Because I realized you still had tea
I
bags.
thought it was gone. That's why I
Guess I could have said that before you bought them.
It's okay. I'm getting towards the end of my school year, so it's just a lot going on with, not a lot, but just trying to, get that all together. Went to the doctor yesterday. She's trying to tell me I have high blood pressure. That's been bothering me today. So, yeah, I would say right now I'm just at an 8.
Why don't you accept the fact
that I might have high blood pressure?
Yeah, instead of saying you refuse to believe it.
Well, I want to believe it, but I know that there are things that I can do to reduce it if I do have it, but I don't want to confirm that I have it until I do another reading for somebody to tell me that it's still high.
I mean, yeah, that's valid,
but I don't know why it's on my psyche, but anyway, I'll figure it out. So that's why I would say right now I'm at an 8, but it's a warm day here. The sun is shining.
Yes. Finally.
And, right? God woke us up this morning, and here we are. So before we get started on our topic for today, I also wanted to mention, for those who are truly following, we never did a follow-up to my best friend getting married. And the wedding did go through. We did go to Mexico, but we were supposed to record while we were in Mexico. We didn't have time. We were supposed to record after she got married. We didn't have time. We were supposed to record once we got back here in the States. We have not been together. So that will come eventually. I just don't know when. But they did get married. They are happy. Everything went well. And yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there in case anybody happened to be wondering, like, y'all never followed up with the wedding. And that's what happened. So one day, hopefully, we will be able to get together. Because remember, we don't live in the same state. And get that recorded. So bringing us here to today, a common thing that Imani and I have been going through right now is that we are both in therapy. Mm-hmm. And we thought we would talk about it because, are we still in Mental Health Awareness Month?
Yeah, it's May.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was April. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. And we have been regularly attending our therapy sessions and we talk about it. So I just thought it would be something that we should talk about out loud since it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So to get started, I guess the first question would be, why did we feel the need to seek out therapy? So do you want to start? Or would you like for me to start?
I can. Well, the reason I'm in therapy now is a whole different reason from when I started. Because I started therapy, what was it, January? February?
So. January.
All I know is I only had 2 sessions of therapy before my dad passed away. So then after that, it became a whole nother thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I originally got into therapy because the end of 2023 was eye-opening for me, and like internally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I realized I'm not the person that I think I am or that I try to be. Not that I'm putting on the front, but I guess I was putting on the front, or I can put on the front.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everybody knows how to put on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a time and place, but I just felt like the person that I thought I was, I just ultimately wasn't, and it just kind of played with my self-esteem, and I just started to feel less confident in myself.
Is that like that imposter syndrome?
Yeah, like I feel like it all started around my new job too. Like when I first started working there, and I mean that wasn't why I went to therapy for imposter syndrome, but I did feel that at work. I still do. But no, it was just like, I don't know. I don't like that I'm not, like, I just always pride myself on being so confident, but yeah, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that towards the end of 2023, and it just played a lot with my mental and my self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I just want to get therapy. And then 2023 was a lot too. Like I went through a breakup, started putting myself out there again, was getting played. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let me go to therapy, because I was in therapy some years back and only did like 3 sessions and then stopped because I wanted to find a different therapist because I didn't like the one that I had, and then just never went back. So, thinking of the new year coming up, I was like, okay, 2024, I want to find a therapist that I actually like, because you can have a therapist, but it's kind of rare to find a good one, or at least not on your first try. So, yeah. Now it's like a plethora of other things, like, me dealing with the death of my dad and, still dating things. But yeah, ultimately, because even my therapist said that too. She was like, let's go back to why you came here in the first place. She's like, I don't want us to forget why you came to therapy in the first place, because she felt like all the other stuff that started to happen was overshadowing it. And then I was like, dang, what did I come to therapy for? Like, I really had to think about it. So yeah.
Was she able to go back and tell you what?
She keeps notes. So yes, that's me. What about you?
So I wanted to come into therapy at this point in my life because, well, my original reason for wanting to come into therapy was you graduating from college, and now that you're becoming an adult. 2 years ago. And now that you're becoming an adult outside of school, I knew our relationship
your life look like?
Was going to start changing. So then it was like, what was my life now going to look like? Because for 23, or at that time you graduated from college, for 22 years, I've always looked at myself as just Imani's mom. And now it was at a point where I'm like, okay, so now that Imani's mom has gotten Imani through college, what does my life look like? What does Demea like? What does Demea not like? And I had to rediscover myself, and at the same time cutting the umbilical cord to you, because
23 years later,
right? Focusing my life all around you, and now I get to just do what I want to do. I don't have to worry about, not that I've had to worry about for a long time, like who's going to be here with you if I'm not here, or who's going to, making sure you're okay all the time. So just separating myself.
You still worry about that because she's planning to go away in August, and she's like, so what are you going to do for a week? I'm like, be here by myself. Like, what do you mean? What am I going to do?
So it's stuff like that.
She's like, you're going to be okay? Yes.
Just cutting the umbilical cord. Even with me going away this Saturday, I'm like, so what you going to do all day while I'm going?
I have a cookout to go to. And I'm be with family, so you really don't have to worry.
So
no, but it also is weird. That's why when I mentioned it to Stacey the other day, I'm like, did you tell her that you're not coming? Because it would be it's like when it starts to become at that point where we don't arrive to places together.
Right.
It's going to be weird at first because people aren't used to
like,
that.
I'm going to come and you're not going to be with me, and that's going to be weird. And I'm like, well,
The people going to be like, where's your mom? Especially because I'm also new to drive. Well, not new to driving, but y'all know I just got a car this year, so like. It would just be weird. It would just be like,
change.
You're here, but your mom's not.
Right. So it was just thinking of And I'm like, I just need to talk this out. And then again, like she said, that's what it started out to be. But then her father passed away. And then it became a new thing. Like now I have to be the parent of a child who lost her father. And like, how do I help her through all of that? With also dealing with my emotions of the fact that I also lost a friend. I lost the father of my child, you know, that whole kind of thing. So it was just layers on top of layers on top of layers. I have been in therapy before. I went...
When
my dad died.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought we had that conversation.
Maybe. Her dad also passed away the same age. She was the same age.
My dad passed away in 1994. I was also 23, but he did not die suddenly. Like, it feels like your dad died suddenly, right?
Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part.
My dad died of lung cancer. Yeah. As far back as I can remember, he was diagnosed in January, passed away that July. And I was living out of state at the time. And I just remember afterwards, I got real angry. And my roommate at the time that I was living with, I got so angry one night, I actually punched the wall. And she was like, you need to seek therapy. So,
did you put a hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Or did the wall hit back?
No, I put a hole in the wall.
Strong. If I punched the wall, I'm hurting myself.
You break all fingers?
Yes.
So, I sought therapy for a while for that. And then I also did marriage counseling with the ex-husband. Obviously it didn't work because we ended up divorced. But anyway.
How was the therapy back then when you were going after your dad? Like, was it good? Did you like it? Or you just ended up stopping? Or was it bad?
You know, to be completely honest, I don't remember.
Of course.
I just...
She remembers nothing. And it's a known fact. Like, everybody knows it. You can't even be surprised at this point. No. It's more surprising if she remembers than if she doesn't.
I remember the marriage counseling now. Completely. I remember where the office was.
Okay, well, he's irrelevant.
Okay.
So.
But the,
It's like, no, if you wanted to talk about it.
I don't.
Okay, great.
But, yeah, that I don't remember. Like, I don't remember how long I was in it. I don't remember if it was a woman or a man.
I mean, but also, that's like even with my therapist, she was saying when her mom died, the first year, she does not remember. Like, she remembers nothing. So that's also valid.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So why you may not remember.
Yeah. But, yeah, I just felt that we needed to talk some things over, and especially with you, like even when you went to therapy before, like you said, you went a couple times and did whatever, there were questions that you were asking that I literally just could not answer.
About what?
And there were emotions that you were having. Well, do you want to talk about why you went into therapy back then?
Well, I didn't. Oh. Back then I went to therapy because my dad and I's relationship wasn't good.
Right. So there were questions about that I couldn't answer.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, I think you just need to go talk it out. Like she needed coping skills that I couldn't provide. And I didn't have the answers for it. So I was like, you just need to.
It felt weird.
You need to just go talk that out because I don't have the answers. And then
it scared me. That's what it was.
This time it was just both of us. Like, we're always together, and it's
I don't know how to stay still.
We just needed ways to become individuals. Like, we're grown, you know.
Are you talking about therapy now?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we just both had stuff going on that, you know, changes were happening in our lives. And I just wanted to talk to somebody to make sure, A, I wasn't going crazy, and B...
No, that be it. You'll be wanting to know, is it me?
Right.
Or do I, or is some things I'm, thinking valid? Because people really be making you feel like you crazy.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you just can't talk to...
People around
you because...
They could be biased.
Right.
They only know one side. I mean, even a therapist only knows one side, but therapists don't know you. So, and one thing about...
They don't have no reason to lie.
Yeah, they don't have no reason to lie. They should call you out. Like, they shouldn't, just agree with what you're saying because you're their client.
And they make you really answer the question. Like, no, that's not what no. I want you to dig a little deeper. Like, my...
I had a song, but...
From Tiana.
No, I went Cheetah Girls.
Oh, I thought you were thinking
but
dig
Tiana
a little deeper. So yeah, that's why I got into therapy. That's why she got into therapy. So we went through insurance, and we were asking people who we knew were in therapy, and it was hard finding a therapist that was in our
covered
our insurance, because I did not want to pay out of pocket for any of it. So I ended up one day just online, just going through a whole bunch, and we came across this one organization, and boom, here we are.
You want to tell them the name?
With the therapist.
The website?
Psychology Today.
Oh, when you say organization, you mean the name of the practice that we're at?
No, I'm not telling them that.
No, but that's why you said organization, because you didn't want to say that.
The name of her organization.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I thought you were trying to say the website. I'm like, why?
Oh, no, the website was Psychology Today. That's where I found it. But then the organization that she's part of. And it's funny because I went on the website seeking another person, and that person wasn't available, and that's why she reached out.
Yes.
But we knew we wanted a female, and we knew we wanted black. And now here we are. So we've been at it for about 5 months now.
I need to go back. Was it January or was it February? But either way, it would be 4 or 5 months.
Mm-hmm. Consistently. Weekly. Have you been weekly all along?
When my dad passed, no. I stopped for a little bit.
Right.
For like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since then, yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's definitely helping. She's definitely, for me anyway, she is calling me out on some stuff, and really making me look within, which is exactly what I wanted, because I guess I should say her number one thing to me is that she feels as though I lack emotion.
She says the same thing to me. I wonder where I get it from. But I knew that about myself.
She was like, everything to you was always okay.
But see, that's not where I lack emotion. Because I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Right.
I lack emotion expressing it. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'm sad and look like this.
Meaning that you're hard to read.
Yeah, basically. But I like that about myself. It makes me mysterious. But that's also not the best way to be. Whereas you...
Nothing bothers me.
You act like you'll say... Like she said, everything is okay. Whereas me, I'll be like, I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm happy, I'm sad. Like, I'll tell you all my emotions. I'm just not showing it. She does neither. She doesn't show it nor tell it. I am a robot.
I do nothing. But I keep saying that I feel like at this stage in my life, nothing bothers me because I don't do anything to let anything bother me.
But does it really not bother you, or you're just telling yourself that?
No, I think I'm...
Because I used to tell you that too, like, because you would come to me about how you felt about something, and I'd be like... You would say, like, it doesn't bother you, but I'm like, okay, so then why are we talking about it?
Again.
You know, like, if you keep bringing it up, like, clearly you feel some type of way about it. If you didn't care about it, like, I get sometimes you may just need that one-off to vent. Right. But if you're constantly bringing it up, it bothers you, which makes you feel some type of way. And what is that feeling? That's where you need to dig a little deeper and find out who you are. All
right, Princess Tiana. No,
wow. Let me go listen to that song, because what are the lyrics really saying?
Right.
You got it.
We can check this out right here, right now. You know how they be saying?
Tell the people mama told you so.
Dig a little deeper.
Scroll down. Genius. How do you not know Genius? My mom lives under a rock.
Don't matter what you look like. Don't matter what you wear. How many rings you got on your finger. We don't care. Don't matter where you come from. Don't even matter what you are. A dog, a pig, a cow, a goat. Got them all in here.
Okay, so context for those of you who've never seen the movie. This is from Princess and the Frog.
The first
and
black princess.
She turns into a frog. So that's why she's like, don't matter if you're a cow, a pig, a goat, whatever. A frog.
Oh, I'm glad you can.
You know the movie. I mean, I'm assuming that's
Princess
what she meant.
Tiana, the first black Disney princess. You didn't put that in there.
Because that should be
But I'm glad you set it up because I wouldn't have remembered where it was from.
What? You said you knew it was from?
I didn't know it was that scene. Because I haven't seen it in forever.
What scene did you... She's a frog the whole movie.
No. Anyway. And they all knew what they wanted me to do. I told them what they needed, just like I be telling you. You got to dig a little deeper. Find out who you are. You got to dig a little deeper. It really ain't that far. When you find out who you are, you find out what you need.
Blue skies with sunshine.
That's important. When you find out who you are, you find out what you need. And I don't know what I am yet, so I don't know what I need. Hence the reason why I'm in therapy.
Mm-hmm. So although, no.
Mama Odie better preach.
It's crazy because a lot of kids' songs be having real meaning. Mm-hmm. But you're a kid, so you don't know. Like, even how I mentioned the Cheetah Girls, there's so many girl empowerment songs in Cheetah Girls. Mm-hmm. And, like, you don't really listen to the lyrics until you're older. And you be like, wow, they were actually, like, preaching something real.
Mm-hmm. So, basically, my therapist is telling me to dig deeper.
Like no Mama Odie said.
Surface stuff.
Yeah.
You want me to keep going?
No.
Because I know why I respond to things the way that I do, because I've been hurt so many times in life. I try not to let things bother me because...
You feel like it shows weakness? I'm asking, not saying.
Okay, no, therapist.
How, do you know the answer to that, though?
What did I say, though? Because what you said completely threw me off.
Oh, sorry.
What did you say? I said I don't let things
show emotion.
But I don't think I have emotion to show.
You don't show emotion because people feel like emotions mean weakness.
Oh no! I don't think that. I think it's like. But what's the point of being bothered by it? It's not going to change it.
But it's okay to be bothered. Like, we're human. Like, things are going to bother you. People are going to get on your nerves. You're going to be sad. You're going to be happy, mad. This is why feelings exist, because everybody experiences them. It's just people suppress them. Everybody feels it. I'm also very in tune with my own feelings. I just don't. Well, I guess I'm not that in tune with it if I don't show
it. But I think it's because I don't want to say weakness. I'm just tired of living in that state of mind.
But you don't have to live in it.
Of being sad and hurt and
I get
disappointed.
I get where that comes from. Sounds like trauma. Right. But that does not mean
you don't sound like Sam.
Can't ever be sad because you're like, to me it sounds like since you were sad and hurt for such a long period of time in your life, you're afraid to be that again. But like it's okay. Like it's just life. Like things are going to make you upset. That doesn't mean you have to live in that state of mind for the next 3 years. But like those emotions are going to come, and you shouldn't try to push them away or suppress them.
But I'm trying not. I think what I'm also seeing now is I don't put myself in positions anymore to be hurt or disappointed or angry.
But sometimes you don't even. Most people don't you don't try to put yourself in those situations. Because most times we do put ourselves in those type of situations to get hurt. But you get I'm
yeah, but even let's just take in case in point like the relationship. Well, I don't even know if I call it a relationship. I don't even know what to call that.
You talking about me?
No. Oh, the guy that tried.
You not
the
guy
that
tried. The camera.
You talking about you? About me.
Okay,
Yes.
Great. You're not talking about your last relationship.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what to call the guy that just tried to come back to try to make something happen.
Oh, your situationship.
The situationship. Okay, that. And it was to the point where before I would let it like be mad and angry, which I was, but I spoke on it.
Because of him.
Yeah.
No, and your therapist.
And my therapist. And it was like
I just get an honorable mention.
I'm not dealing with that no more. Like, boo, no.
So you feel like before you wouldn't speak up if that was you.
And I would have just kept getting hurt.
You wouldn't have spoke up.
Right. And I would have just let him keep doing what he doing to hurt me more, be disappointed again, be inconsistent, all of that. I shut it down. I'm not going through that. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. And you tried to go for strike 4.
See,
So, no.
I very much believe in the 3-strike rule. Like, I like to give people second chances.
I try.
Although sometimes you need to cut them off at 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I really believe, like, you could 3 strikes.
And then I saw a post or something that was like, don't even let them get to strike 3 because you know it's strike 2 exactly what they are. Or something like that. Like, there's no need to keep going. Like,
because what they say, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Right.
You can't put the blame on you.
And don't try to change people. Like, obviously his behavior is what he is. It's not going to change. We 50-something. If you still going through that now, like, I can't change you and I don't want to change you. And don't change you. If that's how you want to be, just be.
Yeah, if you're going to change,
it's just, you're just not for me.
Yourself.
That's it. You're not for me and I'm not for you, obviously. So, I think I cut it off because I would have let it, before I would let it go on to the point where I'm hurt. Now I'm depressed. Now I'm sad. Now I'm all of this. I'm not going through that. So that's why I was like, oh, did it bother you? No, not really.
Yes, it did. See, like, okay, yes, you did make a more mature move than you would have did in the past, but you cannot say that did not bother you.
But it did bother me, but I didn't, it didn't linger.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's what it was.
It bothers you.
It bothered me, yeah.
See, and you're going into therapy telling her it didn't bother you. You don't care.
No, that's wrong. I did tell her that, but that's why then she was like, okay, now I need you to start writing stuff down because now you need to do soul work. Mm-hmm. Because obviously it does. So now this is why she was like, write down people who have hurt you and why they hurt you and why you feel like they hurt you. So then that's when it was like, oh, okay, so yeah, that is a form of hurt. So yeah, now I get it.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because at first I was like, no, it didn't bother me. Yes, it did. He hurt me by canceling not once, not twice, but 3 times.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you did tell her it didn't bother you at first.
Well, by the time I spoke to her again, it was like, oh, I already cut that off. Because we never talked about it. Like, she only knew about strike 1. She didn't know about strike 2 and strike 3.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Yeah. Because it just didn't come up in conversation. So.
How does that not come up in conversation? I feel like your social life, your professional life, and your dating life are like the 3 things you talk about in therapy.
She'll be like, how was your week? And then we'll talk about it. And then,
well, I try to hit on those 3 points in my therapy sessions.
No, it don't go like that for me.
I mean, sometimes the conversation will just flow, and I may not get to hit those 3
because it could be like, well, before
but like if something happened, I'd be telling her, I'd be like, okay, before we get off or before we move on, let me tell you this.
That's what I'm saying. So like last week it was, so how'd you do with your soul work? And it's like, okay, before we get to that, let me tell you about something that I did that you'll be proud of. Because we talked about it a few sessions back, but I never followed up on it. But I followed up on it, and this is what happened. So then most of the conversation went to that. So then so I wasn't able to jump into anything professionally.
I mean, you could have.
But I don't really have anything professionally to talk about.
I mean, yeah, if you don't.
Yeah, so, I mean, which is fine.
I'm just saying those are normally the 3 things people go to therapy for. Like, their work life isn't good, their social life isn't good, or their romantic life isn't good. Like, those are like the...
Right, so my romantic and my social life has been what we're talking about the most. I don't talk about work that often.
That's good.
Very rarely, yeah. I don't have any problems at work right now. Knock on all the wood, excuse me. No, I'm not supposed to knock on the table, but we're going to knock on wood for that one.
How about we pray?
Amen. Dear Lord, please don't let anything come up that will cause me to be stressed out at work. Because right now, I'm very happy in my work life.
Amen.
Amen. So.
I don't really know where you're going with that, but it was good.
I don't know what, yeah. So, yeah. So we were talking about, I said how she said I lack emotion. So then I called my cousin. That's how I called her. And she was like, well, welcome to the family. I said, yeah, my therapist said I lack emotion. She was like, well, welcome to the family because that's what we do. And that's how we are.
I mean, yeah. I feel like we just don't show it to each other. Well, no, yeah, I don't really show emotion. I'm not going to say I'm emotionless, but I don't know. I don't really like to. Maybe it is because of that. Like, we're taught to keep it private.
But I don't think I'm emotionless.
No. I don't think I'm emotionless either. I think
she was just saying that my responses to a lot of what she was asking me was just showing that I just didn't care.
Yeah, you have that what's the word?
Aura?
Yeah.
It took a lot for me to get to I don't care.
Yeah, but that's like there's no way you don't care about everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, okay, you should get to a point where little things should not bother you. You should not get ticked off or irritated very easily. But to say nothing ever bothers you, I don't believe that.
So now I think moving forward, now I know. So I don't have anything right now in life to complain about. I just go back to I just don't put myself in positions anymore to be hurt or to be sad or to be anything else. Now, if it should come about, then okay, then I'll deal with it. But right now, like that situation, like I was not going to let him hurt me again. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to nip that in the bud right now. So sorry, done, over, goodbye. So I think that's improvement.
Yeah.
And then the other piece, when I had to have a conversation with a friend, mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And I did finally have that. And that was big for me because usually I wouldn't even have conversations like that.
Yeah.
I would just hold it in. So therapy is working. The bottom line is therapy is working.
It is.
It really is. And I really do like her. And
I don't really know if I've been putting too much action behind mine though, but I'm thinking more.
Behind your what?
Like things she tells me to do.
You're not doing it?
No. Not always. Not everything.
Are you telling her you're not doing it?
Yeah, she knows.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm just more aware. Like therapy right now is just showing me like how to be more aware. Mm-hmm. More so than, cause like I don't really have any. I don't know, cause I also didn't struggle with stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like when it came to having to speak to a friend or, you know, I'm more so good with
right away.
Presenting those type of conversations. Mm-hmm. Like even being the one to initiate it. Like well, only with people like I'm cool with though. Like I don't just confront anybody.
Right.
But if like I care about you or you're my friend or whatever, then yeah, I have no problem coming to you about something. So I feel like that's maybe why I feel like I'm not putting it, because I feel like a lot of things, I mean therapy is all about yourself, but like yeah, the internal work that I need to do for myself, I don't know if I'm actually making huge steps progressing towards that. Gotcha. Not that I'm not doing anything, but I could be better.
So why aren't you?
I really don't. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't think there can be a reason. You just have to do it.
Right. And do you feel like anything is preventing you from doing it?
Probably.
And you just don't know what it is yet?
I mean, I could come up with 3 reasons off the top of my head, but I don't know if that's the reason.
Okay.
It could be because I'm grieving, but it's like that can only be so much of an excuse. Like you can't now just.
Grieving is not an excuse.
No, I'm saying,
right,
but like,
I got it. Mm-hmm.
Like just because you're grieving don't mean you can now be. It's okay for you to be mean to people, or you're just supposed to let yourself go. Mm-hmm. It happens, and I can understand why. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make it okay, though.
Right.
Like I could be I feel like I'm doing pretty well to be going through what I'm going through. Like I could be way worse. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I could be slumped in here all day. I could not go to work. Mm-hmm. Like that very much could have happened.
Gaining 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Losing
like that's what I'm
pounds.
saying. Like okay, you're grieving, but that's not okay. Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean by that. Like at the end of the day, like you're not the only person in this world, and the world does not revolve around you. Mm-hmm. Like you still have to now. You have to learn how to navigate. On, right? Yeah, like.
Hence the coping skills, right? I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just you. The world does not revolve around you. Mm-hmm. And although, like, yes, have grace, give people sympathy, empathy, whatever. But you know, you could still be. I still would want people to hold me accountable if they see like I'm slacking off in something. So, yeah, but therapy does work.
It does.
But like I said, for me, it's more so just showing me how to be more aware of what I'm doing, and that I'm not perfect.
Right.
Nobody is.
No, we are not. But so, you definitely have to look within first before.
Yeah. Because then it's like if you never work on your grieving, what type of person do you think you're going to end up being.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people get angry and, like, people become a really ugly person if they don't just emotions, period, whether you're dealing with grief or anything. If you don't deal with your emotions, that's why people walk around here angry at the world. So they got all that pent up emotions inside, won't let it out because they may think it shows weakness or they were never taught how to be vulnerable. But at a certain point in time, especially as an adult, at your big age, you need to do something about it.
Right. They feel it's easier to be angry than
when
to
the whole
deal
time
with
it's not.
what's
Do you know
inside.
how much energy you exert doing that?
Being angry.
Yes.
And frowning. It's just not worth it.
It's really not. You only get one life. You do not want to live it being miserable and angry at everybody. So
yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
Let us know if you're in therapy, if it's working for you.
If you think you need therapy, seek it.
I think everybody should, but still got people who don't believe in it. It's your business. But I think everybody...
Does anyone know you're in therapy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just asking.
I don't keep it a secret. What I need to keep it a secret for?
I'm just asking.
Nobody knows you're in therapy?
No, there are certain people that know. I mean, I don't go around broadcasting it like, oh, y'all, guess what? I'm in therapy. If it has to come out in conversation, but I haven't mentioned it. Yeah, no. Yes, there are people that know.
Okay. So yes, let us know if you're in therapy. I feel like even if you are thinking about it, even if you're like hesitant, just try. Yeah. At least just try. Just try.
And it doesn't have to be because something's wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be at all. It's just, getting on the right track for something, clearing your mind, getting your mind straight, clarity, just all kinds of stuff. It could be
an unbiased opinion.
Right. That's all.
Yeah.
But that's why God put therapists on this earth to help out. And I think it's totally okay. Yep. And there are plenty of therapists out there for whatever reason you need it for. So.
Yep. So like we said, the website we found our therapist through was Psychology Today. I'm sure there's other websites or platforms, but
or you can go to your insurance carrier and ask them to send you a list. It was just a lot. I couldn't. It was overwhelming for all the information that they sent us. So it was just easy to go on that because they also just had faces and stuff like that. So
I'll actually put the link to Psychology Today in the description.
And just do the research because you have to research it. You just can't pick a
don't just pick and choose and then be mad.
And if the one therapist don't work out,
try another one
until you find the right pick, and it'll be okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So on that note, that's all I got. I don't remember how we close this out. That's all we've got. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you are watching or listening, please make sure you follow and...
Do you really know what you're supposed to do on the...
There are I know on Spotify there's Q&A, and you can also rate it. So I know that's how you do it on Spotify.
Whatever you're supposed to do over there, do it, please.
So please please submit a review. Please give 5 stars.
Just
do whatever it is telling you what it's supposed to do. Yes. So we're back on here now. We're trying to build this back up because we had taken a hiatus because things were just going on, but we are back, just trying to get ourselves back on track. So bear with us as we get back on track, but we will be back here very soon. Bye.
And we're still doing the every other week.
Yes, bi-weekly.
Yeah. So we're not off track. We've been doing every other week.
Okay, it just feels like forever.
No, actually, that last one, I was having problems.
Oh, you was having, due to technical difficulties, we were having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So.
Technical difficulties.
So we will be working it out. So please come back soon and check us out again. Until next time, bye.